is the first of all, any microcontroller or microprocessor will go through that. There is the pin specification is there, the pin definition is there. When you go for that, you will easy to understand the pin definition. So here in the microcontroller, there are the two types, mainly two types of the pins are here. One is the digital pin, which are connected with the digital sensor. One is the analog pin, which are connected with the analog sensors. And because this is the microcontroller, by with this microcontroller, your sensor and your cloud that will be attached here. So the sensor is will attach, sensor will need the power supply. So here you see that 3.3 volt, one is the ground here, and this is a 3.3 volt, that is the, it will give the 3.3 volt to the sensor. But if the sensor need the 5 volt, because the sensor there is the 3.3 volt or the 5 volt are there. And nowadays the microcontrollers, they are coming, they are giving the output voltage for the sensor 7 volt to 12 volt also. So here this is the Y, that is the V in pin. V in pin will give the 5 volt current to the sensor. So this is the node MCU pin specification here. That is the GPIO, means the general purpose input output pin here. That the D0, D1, D2, D3, D4. You can write when you code either D0 or D1 or D2, D3. Otherwise, you will write the 16, 5. Just you have to remember that D0 is for the, that is the 16 number pin, general purpose input output pin, and D1 that is the general purpose input output number 5 pin. So here this is the node MCU structure, pin layout of the node MCU here. One is the reset button, and then one is the flash button here, and one is the ground for the ground to the sensor. This is the Arduino Uno. Especially I'm right here the name, that is the Arduino Uno. There is the Arduino Mega, Nano, many of the Arduino microcontrollers are here. You see this is the same here. This is the 1 2 3 4 5. These are the digital pin from 2 to 13, and here these are the analog pin. You see the difference when you go for the selecting the microcontroller, you go through the what type of the pins you need more. So here the analog pin is here, that is the A0 is here, and here you see that is the A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. These are the analog pin. The rest is the same because it is will give the 3.3 volt, and you can see that how many pins are here for the 3.3 volt, how many pins are here for the 5 volt, how many pins are here for the ground. Now this is the power to the microcontroller, from where we can give power to the microcontroller. This is the one scenario. This is the one cable here. This is the blue color cable that is connected to the USB port. I can also connect it when I will interface this Arduino Uno with my laptop. I will need this cable, but when I will upload the program here in this Arduino Uno microcontroller along with the sensor, then I will put this, you can put this charger here for the surrounding in the environment, a real-time environment. This is the Raspberry Pi P3 here, Raspberry Pi P3 here. This is the diagram, that is the pin layout diagram. There is the 40 pins are here. Right, in the 40 pins, there is the 5 volt pin here. This is the 5 volt pin here. This is the GPIO pin. Right, there's the GPIO pin 3.3 volt here. This is the pin layout diagram of the Raspberry Pi 3 of this, and it works on the Raspbian operating system. It is the almost, this is the Raspberry Pi, that is the complete system you need. You can just go insert the use the keyboard here, you can use the mouse here, you can use the camera here, and you can use the display here. This is the complete system. So it is also known as the microprocessor. It has own memory, own RAM, and or that is the secondary memory here. But this is somewhat costly, and it is used when you go for the live streaming, just like functions in the IoT. We will use the Raspberry Pi. Now here, this is the pin layout diagram as I discussed earlier. That is the pin here, that is the 40 pins are here, 3.3 volt GPIO pin here. Now this is the Intel Edison. This is the another microcontroller here. This is the Intel Edison. That depends upon you, that which microcontroller you want to select. And these are the companies, that is the Arduino, Raspberry Pi, BeagleBone, and this is the practical Intel Edison, Intel Galileo, that Atmel. These are the companies which are inside the business of this microcontroller, microprocessor for the IoT. Now we come to the sensor. Sensor is the most important part. Till now we complete the hardware, that is the microcontroller. Now the sensor, that the device that frequently used to detect and respond to the electrical or the optical signals. Your mobile, that is the Android mobile, that is the hub of the sensors. right? Sometime you see that when you will just put off reverse of your mobile, that is the automatically on and off of your that is the ringtone. So here the sensor, what is the sensor? That is the devices that is used to detect and respond to the electrical and optical signal. And the sensor converts the physical parameter. That is the main concern here. The sensor that converts the physical parameter, whatever physical parameter, temperature, blood pressure, humidity, speed, right, into the signal which can be measured electrically. That is the role of the sensor. The term input device is the definition of the sensor, means that it is a part of a bigger system which provide input to a main control system. But here we are sensor, the sensor. So sensor that convert the physical parameter to the signal which can be measured electrically. So this is the block diagram of the sensor here. You see that this the power supply that needs to the sensor, the ground that needs to the sensor, and it will give the output and the analog values from the outside world. So here, so the sensor needs the 3 pin will be here, 1 pin for the power supply to the sensor, 1 pin for the ground, just in the our power supply, normal power supply here, and 1 pin that is for the output. And it automatically sense from the outside world. It will sense and it will give the output. Now there are the sensors. There are sensors are active and passive sensor, analog and digital sensor here. Active sensor are those which requires the external excitation signal or the power signal. Passive sensor, on the other hand, do not require the external power signal and directly generate the output response. Analog sensor produce the analog output simply, and the digital sensor, they will produce the digital output. I will give you one scenario here. This is the block diagram of the analog sensor. You see, this is the that is the give the power is given here. The sensor will work. It will not give the power. Sensor will not work, and it will take the reading from the external source, that is the external environment, and it will give the output here. And this is that will get the analog signal. You are familiar with the analog signal, that is the cast and tough. This here the block diagram of the digital sensor. The digital sensor, the rest is the same, but the output in the digits, that is the digital sensor here. Now, one more thing is here. Suppose I choose a microcontroller. That microcontroller that is.
Sir, sorry to disturb you.
Yeah, ma'am.
Sir, actually, sir, 2 minutes are left in the session. So can we start restart the session on the same link?
Ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Sure.
Okay, everyone, please rejoin the same session on the same link. है ना? We will continue in the next session. Okay, after ending the session, immediately connect on the same link. Okay, and IT second semester आपकी second class की भी attendance इसी में लगेगी. Okay, as per your HOD. So join everyone. I will end up the session and start the new one.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.